Good evening. I am Linda Curran, Vice President of Front Range Community College, Boulder County Campus. It is with enormous pride that the faculty and staff of the Boulder County Campus welcome you to our 2017 commencement ceremony. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to remain standing for our national anthem, sung tonight by Jackie Trujillo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to our college administrators and special guests. Administrators and guests, please stand up when I introduce you. Carla Stein, Dean of Student Affairs, Boulder County Campus, Front Range Community College. Matt Jamison, Dean of Instruction, Boulder County Campus, Front Range Community College. Mary Lee Geary, Dean of Instruction, Boulder County Campus, Front Range Community College. Christopher Mitchell, President of the Student Government Association, Boulder County Campus. Joseph Harbuck, Vice President of Finance and Administration for Front Range Community College. Jillian McKnight-Tutine, Vice President of Academic and Student Affairs for Front Range Community College. Senator Raleigh Heath, State Board for Community Colleges and Occupational Education, 2nd District Representative. The President of Front Range Community College, Andy Dorsey. I would like to now ask our Boulder County Campus faculty and staff to stand. I would like to take this time to acknowledge and applaud your academic excellence as well as your unending commitment and dedication to the success of all of our students. Please also join me in thanking our friends of FRCC, our community partners, and leaders who have joined us this evening. Also welcome Dory LaJeunesse and Julie Wood, our American Sign Language interpreters. Please be seated. At this time, I am pleased to welcome Senator Raleigh Heath, State Board for Community Colleges and Occupational Education, 2nd District Representative.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to be here, and President Dorsey, thank you very much for inviting me. This is your day, and we're here to celebrate you. When you chose to make a community college a part of your lifelong education process, you joined the ranks of some of the most successful people America has ever known. Early in their education journey, these successful men and women chose to turn to community colleges. The list of famous community college alumni not only includes somebody that I think you all know, Tom Hanks, George Lucas, Morgan Freeman, Clint Eastwood. It also includes Walt Disney. I bet you didn't know that. And for those of you that watch PBS NewsHour, Jim Lehrer, who was the founder of and first anchor of the PBS NewsHour. Ross Perot, famous designer Calvin Klein, and closer to home, what has become the largest real estate firm in the whole country, the founder of RE/MAX, Margaret Kelly, and also someone that I think we all know, I know personally, former mayor, Denver Mayor Wellington Webb, who, by the way, last year was honored by the American Association of Community Colleges as the Alumnus of the Year. Other community college alumni have gone on to become transplant surgeons, a female space shuttle commander, 2 state governors, and even the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. They knew, I know, you know, education is the first step in a long process of personal growth. Compassion, courage, and critical thinking will serve you well as you face the tough issues that we are facing in our world today. You all came to this college from many different walks and stages of life. And today, after hard work and sacrifice, long hours of sleepless nights, you walk across the same stage having accomplished something that no one can ever take away from you. Some of you will go on to 4-year universities, and some of you will go into the workforce. No matter where you go, treasure the gift you have given yourself, your education. Keep your eyes open to the world around you. Always see in others what they are capable of being and becoming. Inspire those around you. I am sure you have friends that have not chosen the path that you have chosen and need some encouragement. Show them the good that can come from a great education. Show them above all else that they can do it too. 19th century civil rights legend Harriet Tubman once said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer." And I'm sure one day you dreamed of this coming true as well. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars that will really change the world. This is my challenge to you. Never stop learning. Because you know, you have within you what it takes to make the world a better place. Congratulations for all that you have overcome to reach today. We honor you and we congratulate you.
Thank you, Senator Heath. Tonight, we celebrate a momentous occasion for our graduates, their families, and the faculty and staff of the Boulder County Campus. This is the time we've been looking forward to all year when we recognize our graduates' hard work and academic achievements while wishing them well in the next stage of their lives. Each and every member of this year's graduating class has a personal story to tell about the challenges they faced and overcame in order to reach this day and this place. Many of our students, are the first in their families to attend college, or they're returning students who did not have the opportunity to continue their education after attending high school. Many also work full or part-time jobs, and they've juggled their family and work responsibilities while they attended classes. Some students have had their plans for retirement or continuing education and employment derailed. The common thread in each of their stories is the fact that they have faced down obstacles with determination and persistence. The Irish-born poet and writer Oliver Goldsmith defined success as getting up just one more time than you fall. We've watched many of our graduates here today do just that. Sometimes there weren't helping hands as they struggled to get to college. For some students, the hands that helped them along belonged to family and friends. But always once they arrived at our doorstep, the faculty and staff at the Boulder County Campus stepped up to partner with them in their quest for success. Many graduates here today will remember the faces and the names of a staff member or a teacher for the rest of their lives. Because we value so much the voices of our students, a special tradition developed for the Boulder County Campus commencement ceremony some years ago. We use this special occasion to highlight the voices of our graduates, students, our alumni, our master teachers, and other community partners. This evening, we have asked a broad spectrum of our extended college family to share their thoughts about Front Range Community College with you.
Welcome, family, friends, staff, faculty, and of course, class of 2017. This isn't my first time in college. I attended Colorado State University prior to Front Range Community College. Good school, beautiful campus, great freshman year experience. Those core college courses got big though. Some of them were auditorium style, kind of like this room, with 300 or more students in it. After a few days of attending one of those courses, I came to realize no one is going to notice if I'm not here. No one's going to think twice if my iClicker attendance number doesn't show up on the screen. The iClicker badge number was a perfect analogy for how I felt in those rooms, like a number. Well, I'm here at this podium tonight to tell you that my name is Paige Admore, and at Front Range Community College, I've never had the feeling that I was just another number. Even in my largest class, with 30 to 35 people in it, the teacher knew everyone's name. All of my fellow classmates knew my name, and I knew theirs. And that's how it's been the entire time I've been at Front Range, for 3 whole years. Front Range has taught me how to balance my school, work, and personal life. It's taught me the importance of community, as well as the value of allowing time for myself. These lessons are difficult to teach in a classroom, but Front Range has done it well, with instructors that take the time to get to know each of their students in class, as well as encourage their students to get to know one another. This upcoming fall, I'll be transferring to Regis University to pursue my master's in accounting and finance. And I hope to find many of the key elements I've come to love here at Front Range. I know that even when I leave and come back to visit this school, that sense of community will still be here, because that's what truly makes Front Range Boulder County Campus great. Thanks everyone for making it out tonight, and congratulations, graduates.
Good evening. Thanks for inviting me to speak on behalf of my experience at Front Range Community College. Going back to school after 12 years in a different country was something I didn't necessarily plan, and yet it became the focus of my life for the last 3 years. My name is Ingrid Castro Campos. I'm obtaining an Arts Associate's with a Spanish designation, and that's what brings me up here tonight. To me, school means the recovery of the empowerment to achieve a purpose. Along with that empowerment, I came back to terms with my true self and what matters most to me. That is, to pass on inherited values to my son, the values of curiosity, perseverance, and self-respect. Curiosity. It all started thanks to a mentor of mine, so to you, thank you. Thanks to my curiosity, I made use of the school resources to explore the unknown. My curiosity to take classes that push me out of my comfort zones enhance my ability to learn and be amazed about my own potential. It is because of this constant, curious state of mind that I continue my journey of self-discovery in an academic and not academic setting. Perseverance. My instructors at Front Range and personal support system embody stories of perseverance. The endless nights and off-hour study sessions kept rolling and rolling. I tried many times to explain my son that for me to help him to succeed in life, I needed to persevere. I'm sure that by tonight, he has a better understanding of what I meant. Self-respect. Discovering a sense of empowerment in a school setting like Front Range and the one that it provides with small classes, quality education, and opportunities for community engagement can sound very easy. In a sense, it was. Thanks to this safe environment, I feel safe and comfortable taking second chances. I'm deeply thankful for all the efforts the school makes to be inclusive and honor everyone's backgrounds and needs. It was just a perfect setting for me to reflect on my own potential. I respect the fact that I can look back and appreciate the value of my journey and those around me who supported me along the way. So I didn't really accomplish this by myself. Some of those who helped me are thousands of miles away. Others are gone. And many are in this room. To all of you, family members, friends, mentors, instructors, and guides, thank you for your love and encouragement. You are part of the legacy and values of curiosity, perseverance, and self-respect I strive to share with my son and my community. Muchas gracias y buenas noches.
Hello, and congratulations. If you're continuing your education, then you made it through round 1. And if you don't plan to continue, then this is likely a welcome closure to the past few years of your life. Either way, this graduation marks a transition from one experience to the next. And that's what I want to talk about, experience and integration, what experience means for growth, and how transformation is fundamental in integrating those experiences. My name is Jake Pixler, and I came here 3 years ago with my partner Lindsay so that she could get her master's degree at Naropa while I attended Front Range. I've come to see our journey here as a journey. I've come to see our time here as a journey in which we move through a barrage of micro experiences in one large Colorado experience. To show what that has meant for me and what my experiences have taught me, I came here simply as a veteran interested in math and science, and I'll leave here as a veteran and a feminist who is passionate about history, philosophy, and social justice. What I've learned most from my experiences here in Colorado and at Front Range is that without allowing myself time to integrate and process those experiences, they can never become part of me. I realized the importance of integration as I was writing this speech because I was forced to look back at the person that I was and work through to see the person that I have become. This transition is pivotal in all of our lives because we can all look back to the people that we were and really appreciate the people that we have become. And this transition is the moment that we prepare ourselves for a whole new set of experiences. but there is still a lot of work to do to make this experience a fundamental part of our identities. So we moved from our Front Range experience into a space of transition and processing before we move into our next set of experiences. So, thank you, Colorado, and thank you, Front Range. You've given me a lot to process. Thank you.
Happy commencement and happy full moon. You have all indeed come full circle, and we are here to celebrate your accomplishments tonight. My name is Sarah Elizabeth Shantz, and it is my absolute honor to have been awarded Master Teacher of this academic year. You see, once I was a non-traditional student here at Front Range. Because of two beloved instructors, I came to believe it was actually possible to go to school and better myself. When I took women's literature, I realized I had to escape my abusive partner. Leaving him meant that I had to take what would be my first hiatus from school. But I did leave him, and I did come back. Only this time I came back even more non-traditional than I'd been before because I was a mother living in poverty. Just before I transferred to a four-year university, I was in a bad car accident, and thus my second hiatus ensued. And while I did finally finish my bachelor's degree, I was even more of a non-traditional student than I'd ever been before, as I was then in my early 30s and had a disability. While it took nearly a decade to get my bachelor's degree, it only took 3 years to get my MFA. I did this because I knew I wanted to teach at a community college. I wanted to help students like myself, like you, succeed. You see, unless you've been a non-traditional student, you really have no idea how hard it is. I might have been a triple minority as a poor mother with chronic pain, but I was still white and both my parents were college educated. As a non-traditional student, sometimes just showing up is the hardest thing in the world. You are a diverse student body comprised of single parents and survivors of domestic violence. Some of you are the caregivers for the elders in your family, and some of you live in poverty. Some of you are even homeless. Some of you are immigrants, and some of you are veterans of this never-ending war. Some of you are recovering addicts, while others are battling mental illness. Some of you are the first in your family to go to college, and some of you are differently abled. Some of you are young, and some of you are not. Some of you are finishing up your goals tonight, and some of you are just beginning. But you, the class of 2017, you all showed up day after day, and you all worked so hard, and I would like to take this opportunity now to applaud each and every single one of you.
Almost 10 years ago, my oldest brother signed up for his first class at Front Range Community College. Ever since then, FRCC has had at least one of my siblings enrolled in classes, and in about 10 more years, it's more than likely that each of my 7 siblings will have had the FRCC experience. Good evening. My name is Abigail Inslee, and tonight I am receiving my Associate of Arts. Because I was homeschooled through high school, Front Range has been the perfect stepping stone for me as I transitioned to CSU to pursue a double major. My early days at Front Range were a little intimidating. My older siblings each set a high bar, and it didn't help that exactly half of my professors had already had one of my siblings in their classes. While my family expected me to do well, and I did work hard, it wasn't until the semester of fall 2015 that I discovered my passion for learning. My intro to chemistry class stretched me in many ways, and after getting my only B at Front Range, I took on my own initiative to succeed. A year and many grueling study sessions later, I was back in my chemistry classroom, where I was honored to be one of the first chemistry learning assistants at Front Range. Thank you. Through that process of what was initially failure to me, then realizing that almost anything can be accomplished through hard work and fierce determination, I've become a different person, and it even shows when I'm sleeping. My mom told me a few weeks ago when we were staying at a hotel for a special event that I woke her up talking in my sleep, saying, "What are we doing? I could be studying right now." But seriously, I love studying, and I've spent some of my best hours poring over my physics, chemistry, or calculus textbooks, learning about some fascinating new phenomenon. Finally, I'd like to give some advice to my peers that I wish I had followed myself. Don't wait until your last semester to take 20 credits, plus a few more worth of music courses, while applying and auditioning to music schools, scholarships, and national competitions, and training for your first half marathon. And don't be afraid to call the financial aid office. I got to know them pretty well early on, and I wouldn't be surprised if they even have a special ringtone for one of my siblings or I call. But more importantly, take every opportunity to grow and work with your professors. Everyone I had was incredibly eager to help. But don't forget that the best favor you can do yourself is to set a high standard and not settle for anything less. Thank you, and thank you, Front Range.
First-generation college student, one of 5 daughters of immigrants from Mexico, second language learner, Latina. These are only a few of the words that describe who I am and where I came from. Graduating from Skyline High School in 1989, others labeled me as average, not capable of earning a 4-year degree, as a statistic. My name is Olga Cordero, and I'm a counselor in the St. Vrain Valley School District. I'm here as a community partner. I attended Front Range Community College straight out of high school. This college prepared me to be a stronger writer, mathematician, and a student. I saw myself as a competent learner, as a student, and as a significant part of this academic community. My teachers noticed I was smart, I was driven, and I was an important part of the class. At Front Range, I began to believe in myself and in my heritage. Many of my peers were first-generation, bilingual, bicultural students. We spoke the same language, the language of success. I transferred to a 4-year college, University of Colorado at Boulder. That was back in 1991. I owe a big part of my success at CU Boulder to the preparation I received both personally and professionally at Front Range Community College. I received my bachelor's degree in psychology, then pursued and received a master's degree in school counseling from the University of Colorado at Denver. Who would have thought that this Latina, statistic, first-generation girl from Longmont would get this far? I have had the privilege of working as a school counselor in the St. Vrain Valley School District for the past 18 years. I have dedicated my heart and my soul to building my students to see themselves as the following: strong, capable, worthy, diverse. It is a privilege to be here. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Parents, friends, teachers, children, partners, spouses of these amazing graduates, you all did it. Let tonight remind you of the hard work you have invested in yourself. Go out and be the vibrant, joyous, diverse, and the perfect human being that you are.
Front Range Community College is a school of big hugs that sets fires. I don't mean literal fires, but I do mean literal hugs. Restarting my educational career at Front Range Community College, Boulder County Campus, was a significant turning point in my life. How significant, I wouldn't have imagined. I'm Audie Laguerre-Hickey. I'm a mom, wife, community advocate, activist, national scholar, and now the holder of a college degree. Being a little older, well, maybe a little more than a little older, threw up some barriers, really just between my ears, that were fueled by the voice of insecurity. I had, after all, told my dad many years ago that I was moving to Colorado to go to school, to University of Colorado to be exact. Not being confident in myself, I thought, well, I'll start slowly, and I took one summer course. Well, that went pretty well, so I waded in a little deeper. Soon I realized, hey, I like school. Shocking revelation, and continued an engaged but not too engaged track. Little did I understand that I was about to be embraced by the big hugs, inclusive culture of Front Range Community College. And before I knew it, I was in the deep end. Yes, I was in deep, but there were plenty of trainers to demonstrate best practices, advocates to bolster my resolve, supporters to act as life vests, and if needed, even some anglers to reel me in. I became involved where I, honest to Pete, never saw myself being. It was my first economics class that I started toying with the thought of being more involved. My instructor in class was Jim Vernon, and Jim was the first who recognized that flicker of light I forgot was there. With his sensible, persistent nudging, he helped me use that flicker to ignite a flame. It's funny, the more I took on and the more I got involved, the more I noticed that there was this vast support system. Well, the support system wasn't new, but the light that was lit within me gave me enough light to see all the talented, diligent, and sincere people available to help. These genuine, dependable individuals embraced who I am, making me a member of a winning team and teaching me how to lead. As a member of this team, I was encouraged to reach for that brass ring. I've seen opportunities avail themselves to me time and again. When Jen Hedrick, Carla Stein asked if I would be interested in the College Debate 16, I said, sure, I would. When Professor DeRoche, Kathleen Heffley, encouraged me to apply for the PTK Follett Coca-Cola National Scholarship, all I had to do was say yes. Well, no, that's not right. No, there was a lot more than yes, but the greater belief I had in myself, and the more I said yes, the more support I had, and magically, the more doors opened for me. A principal message I came to hear and witness is that this team of leaders at Front Range Community College truly have our success as students, people, and as community at the core of their mission. And they will welcome all of us, you, me, they welcome me. I know they will welcome anyone with the kindness, warmth, and big hugs. I'm certain that without this, the big hugs and the embrace that I got from this school, it would not be possible for me to kindle that flicker into a flame that I am going to build to light. I'm going to build a blaze to help light the way for others. On a final note, after all these years, I am a CU student. And even though he's no longer with us, I know my father would be delighted to hear, "Look, Daddy, I made it."
"18 years ago, I was on my way to prison. Today, I'm graduating with a degree in medical assisting. Hello, everyone. My name is Denise Martinez. So here we are, sometime between the time we enrolled into FRCC and however many years it took. We're moving on. It is an honor to be selected to give this speech on such a special day. I want to begin by saying thank you to everyone for joining us. I want to thank all the instructors for mentoring us through this journey where we are all starting a new adventure. Our instructors were great in instilling the passion of caring for others and going to the next level. Taking classes at FRCC has taught me a lot about my career, myself, and about others. If I were to look at me as a young lady then compared to now, I would have never recognized myself. I have grown so much and changed a lot thanks to FRCC, my family, and my classmates. I want to thank my 5 kids for being so understanding and patient when I was doing homework. That was my me time. And my husband for standing at my side and pushing me even on those nights when I wanted to give up. He would say it would all be worth it at the end, and let me tell you, it was. Many of you don't know me and the struggles I faced. I was born and raised in Greeley, where I was a troubled teen, a teen mother. I was into a lifestyle that wasn't good, joining a gang, doing drugs, and doing things that no one, including myself, could understand. I was on my way to DOC, facing 12 years. If some of you don't know what that is, it's prison. At the end, I had no one to turn to for support. At this point in life, I was a drug addict and tried just about everything. I was barely clinging on to any hope of change. I met my husband 18 years ago, and since that day, my life has transformed. I became sober, a mother that was responsible for my kids, also someone they could look up to. I would have never imagined me in college. If you would have asked me if I thought I could go to college and pass, I would have laughed. The day I enrolled, I was scared I wouldn't make it, but there was the FRCC staff making the experience as amazing as possible. Many of us know, or claim to know, exactly what the next step to take. Whether that step is a full-time job, more education, or going on with life and still trying to figure things out. And then there's little old me saying I don't know what my next step is. I want to thank my classmates for being my pincushion and writing out this adventure with me. We have built some great memories, and I will never forget any of you.
Friends, family, and faculty, on this joyous occasion, we find ourselves not at the end of a journey, but at a new beginning, a beginning that has far greater implications on the future than we could ever imagine. The challenging work put in so far has only prepared us for the job that lies ahead. While it is time for celebration, it is also time for preparation. The world out there will not always be your friend. Do not be discouraged. It is a world that needs to hear everyone's voice, feel everyone's pain, and rejoice when everyone succeeds. Ensure that this happens. Never turn a blind eye to another's suffering. My name is Chris Mitchell. I hitched to Colorado about 9 years ago from South Carolina, following something greater than myself. I never dreamed that not only would I be raising a little girl on my own, but also headed towards a brighter future through my education that will allow me to provide her a better future. One thing I take away from my time at FRCC is to speak your mind despite what others may think. Some of you I know well, while others I've only seen in passing. I want you to know I've tried to represent each of you to the best of my ability. I hope your time at Front Range gave you the opportunity to not only become who you're capable of being, but an opportunity to find out what you stand for and not just what you're against. I also hope that as you continue this discovery of who you are, that you never get dissuaded by making the world a better place. Each of your beautiful, passionate voices are needed to make the future brighter. Challenge all you hear, everyone who says it, and most importantly, never sacrifice your values for anyone or anything. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, the rains fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you all for being a part of my journey. It has been a pleasure to be among such great individuals.
Good evening. I am a feminist, activist, ally, and student. My name is Madeline Seltzer. Tonight, I'm graduating with an associate's degree and will be attending CU in the fall, double majoring in women and gender studies and English. Shortly after, I became a student at Front Range, I awoke to my surroundings, both globally and locally. I decided I did not want to be a bystander anymore. When I arrived to this campus, I had no intention of getting involved, none. It was a few important women here who mentored me and gave me a new direction. With exploration and support, I reclaimed my education. I have taken on many causes while being at FRCC, but one of my greatest ambitions is to end sexual violence for all. I have the great fortune of serving as the president of the Feminist Uprising Collective, being involved as a legislative representative on student government, a member of the executive board on the National Society of Leadership and Success, and an employee of Student Life. Don't let anybody tell you what you should and should not study, and don't let anybody tell you what you should and should not stand for. Don't limit yourself, get involved. I want to share with you some powerful words from poet Audre Lorde. When we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard or welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak. If I could give one piece of advice, it would be to find your voice, but more importantly, to help others find theirs. Thank you and congratulations.
Hi. So I'd like to continue our senator's theme of talking about actors, specifically Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Robin Williams, Stellan Skarsgård. The movie? Anybody got the movie? Minnie Driver? Somebody said it. Yeah, Good Will Hunting, exactly. Why do I want to talk about Good Will Hunting? I want to talk about Good Will Hunting because my name is Kenneth Monks. I had the huge honor of being awarded Master Teacher this year. Now, why that would make me want to talk about Good Will Hunting? Well, it's a bit of a public service announcement. It's echoing what Jacob Pixler was saying, that you have to process, when you do a lot, and you're so busy, and your mind is all crowded, and you have to process sometimes. If you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it, go watch it. Watch it again if you've seen it already, because it's the perfect analogy. It encapsulates everything we do in the community college in those characters and in that movie. And that's part of why it's so great to work there, because you get to be all of the characters in Good Will Hunting at some point in time, right? You have Matt Damon. That's basically the BCC student body, right? Way more talented and way more creative than your instructors usually, right? But you can use a little experience and a little guidance and a little knowledge to, just kind of keep you from running off the rails, right? So that's Matt Damon, right? Robin Williams plays a community college instructor in the film, right? He was very excited to stay at a community college and not teach at a four-year. Stellan Skarsgård makes fun of him, and he doesn't care, right? Because it's better. It's more fun. It's better, right? The community college is a lot better. But we know that's why we're here. So, Robin Williams actually teaches, right? He's also a therapist. Stellan Skarsgård plays Lambo, who's the lofty MIT professor. He has his deep content expertise, just like all the faculty always try to lend our deep content expertise to our students. Minnie Driver plays a fellow student who has really great study habits, and she's what Matt Damon desperately needs, right, is a good role model, just like BCC students serve as role models to each other, right, forming study groups. And then Ben Affleck, and before you boo about Daredevil and Superman and Batman and all that, remember, he wrote the script to Good Will Hunting. Give him a little bit of respect, okay? But he hasn't got much in a while, so. But he did co-write the script. So, but Ben Affleck plays Chucky, who's his childhood friend. It's his sense of home, his sense of comfort, just like the friends and family and student life and all our clubs serve for our students. So these are all the really accurate parallels in Good Will Hunting between Good Will Hunting and the community college. But I want to warn you, there's one really, really inaccurate scene. And the really inaccurate scene, as far as the community college analogy, is the scene where Chucky, Ben Affleck, tells him that the best part of his day is that couple seconds of silence. He knocks on the door, and then he waits, and he thinks maybe in that maybe Matt Damon won't answer the door. Maybe he moved on and maybe he's, just gone on to bigger and better things with no thank yous and no goodbyes. We want thank yous and we want goodbyes. You're now grads. It's time to put the grad in gratitude. Express your gratitude, whether it's to your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your instructors, your staff, your advisors, whoever it might have been. Express the gratitude. And of course, I kid, right? Obviously, your own success is the greatest reward to us. But a close second is the gratitude. So thank you.
How can I beat that? Good evening. I'm Technical Sergeant Brian Garcia, United States Air Force, retired. It took me 20 years to earn my first associate's degree. I was more dedicated to my job as a firefighter in the Air Force than I was my education. I got to see the world, South Korea to Saudi Arabia, and finishing my Air Force career in England. By the time I finished my fire science degree, I had already moved back to Colorado and never got to walk for graduation, except for high school. After retirement, I came home and started my next degree, massage therapy, specializing in sports orthopedic massage. This degree only took me 2 years. Massage therapy school taught me a lot about myself, trust, opening up and releasing things from the past. Which is hard for some veterans. We as veterans are taught, or through instinct, tend to hold things in. Things that we've seen, things that we've done, and we don't want to share. Being a veteran and a firefighter, there have been a lot of things that I've seen that I don't want to share. My last 3 years at Front Range Community College has given me opportunities that I never thought I would have. Not only learning about something interesting, well, that interests me, it's how computers work and how they're tied together. That's all fine and dandy, but Front Range gave me a different opportunity. The opportunity to go to school with my children. Not just taking them to school and dropping them off, but actually sitting in classes and sitting in school with them. In starting Front Range, I signed up for the EMT class, not realizing my oldest daughter signed up for the same class. We studied together, practiced blood pressure readings, and eventually completed the course and got our national registry. We then signed up for the IV certification, learning all that we could. Then came the practice time in class on each other. I can proudly say that I was Kaylee's first IV stick. As a dad, I was willing to stay there as long as needed for her to get her first IV stick in and running. But it wasn't very long. She nailed it the first time. Right around that time, my oldest son, Dean, had finished his 5-year Air Force tour. I didn't get a chance to take a class with him, but we spent a lot of time in the veterans room. We talked about classes, experiences we had while serving our country. Finishing my last semester with my youngest son, Matt, taking on my nemesis, Math 121, college algebra. We learned the differences between the equations of ellipse and hyperbola and many other algebraic functions. I can't forget my other children, Ashley, who's going to be graduating from CU soon, and Matilda, who's 8 and just won second place in Colorado State's Odyssey of the Mind competition. Well done, girls. And my biggest supporter in this endeavor, I can never thank enough, standing by my side, my wife, Fiona. Thank you so much. Finally, I want to thank Carla Stein, Randy Rayback, our veteran advisor, and all the other instructors and staff members of Front Range Community College that have made my experience at Front Range so memorable. Thank you.
Please join me once again in recognizing these outstanding individuals who represent what Front Range Community College is all about. It is my privilege now to invite Senator Raleigh Heath to read the authorization.
Just before I do, I got to tell you, I walk up here with goosebumps. Those were 12 unbelievable talks, and I know it will change so many lives here. And thank to each one of you who inspired all of us. So, on behalf of the State Board for Community Colleges and Occupational Education, I grant President Andy Dorsey the authority to confer the appropriate degrees and certificates. Go for it, Andy.
Thank you, Senator. Before I confer your degrees, graduates, I just wanted to say thank you. Whenever I'm up here at graduation, I feel incredibly lucky to have this job, and all that's because the chances I get to see and hear about your journeys, watch you make good choices, watch you overcome obstacles, watch you struggle and succeed, watch you set good examples for the people around you, watch you make your lives, your families' lives, and our communities better. I hope you take a second to be proud of yourself today, and I hope you're as proud of yourselves as I am of you. So, will the graduates please stand? Members of the State Board for Community Colleges and Occupational Education, Front Range Community College Area Advisory Council, families, faculty, staff, and other guests, I am pleased to certify that these students have completed the necessary requirements to receive an associate degree or certificate. And now to the class of 2016-2017. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Boulder County Campus of Front Range Community College, and by the authority vested in me by the State Board for Colorado Community Colleges and Occupational Education, I confer upon you the degree or certificate you have earned with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Marshals, you may bring the first row of graduates forward. Remaining graduates, you may be seated.
You may notice something different this year. Some of them are wearing stoles or cords of various colors. Graduates who've been inducted in our Phi Theta Kappa Academic Honor Society can wear either the honor stole or cord. The honor stole is gold satin and features the Greek letters on the left side, signifying closeness to the wearer's heart. The gold tassel features the Greek letters at the top in a separate gold emblem. The double honored cord is made of one blue cord and one gold cord. Graduates that have been inducted into the National Society of Leadership and Success can wear an honor stole and/or cords in black and platinum. The stole is embroidered with the society letters Sigma, Alpha, Pi. Graduates who are Leeds Scholars are wearing ribbon leis to honor their commitment to becoming the next generation of leaders. The blue represents the colors of FRCC. The green represents the LEADS program. LEADS is the Latino Excellence Achievement and Development Series program. You may also notice that some of the faculty, staff, and students are wearing red, white, and blue cords. These cords signify service to our country in one of the military branches. We are grateful to each of these veterans for their service and sacrifice. The narrator introducing our graduates this evening is Carla Stein, Boulder County Campus Dean of Student Affairs.
Are you ready? Becky Lee Bednars, Associate Degree of General Studies. Chili Nareja, Associate Degree of Science. Shanna Catherine Sheridan, Associate Degree of Arts with Business Designation. Leah June Armstrong, Associate Degree of Arts. Harris Armstrong, Associate Degree of Arts. Brian Dean Garcia, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Network Infrastructure, cum laude. Madeline Ruth Seltzer, Associate Degree of Arts, cum laude. Denise D. Martinez, Associate Degree of Applied Science, Medical Assisting. Ingrid Castro Campos, Associate Degree of Arts with Spanish Designation, cum laude. Abigail Victoria Giles, Associate Degree of Arts with Psychology Designation. Mark Raymond Anderson, Associate Degree of Arts with Psychology Designation. Kevin Patrick Benson, Associate Degree of Arts. Hannah Rebecca Trombley, Associate Degree of Science. Claudia Borlovan, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Medical Assisting, magna cum laude. Audie Margaret Laguerre Hickey, Associate Degree of Arts with Political Science Designation, magna cum laude. Abigail Ensley, Associate Degree of Arts, magna cum laude. Jacob Douglas Pixler, Associate Degree of Arts with History Designation. Paige Beatrice Admore, Associate Degree of Arts with Business Designation, cum laude. Keith Aaron Duffy, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Restaurant Management. Armando Hernandez, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Computer Information Systems. Maria McClure Roseberry, Associate Degree of Arts, cum laude. Haley Victoria Robinson, Associate Degree of Arts. Stephanie Sprates, Associate Degree of General Studies. Amy Laura Orozco, Associate Degree of Arts, magna cum laude.
Jamie Leticia Ortuño, Associate of Arts with Business Designation. Karen Diane Edwards, Associate of Applied Science in Accounting. Anna Nieto, Associate of Arts degree, Communication Designation, cum laude. Rosanna Lizette Valdez, Associate degree of Arts. Brenda Duran, Associate of Arts with Business Designation. Catherine Elizabeth Dugo, Associate degree of Arts with Psychology Designation. Luke Christopher Greenidge, Associate degree of Science. Darren Clinton Cook, Associate of Arts. Isabella Violette Simone, Associate degree of Arts with Business Designation. Jordan Magley, Associate degree of Arts. Monica Martinez, Associate degree of Arts. Gloria Rodriguez, the Associate degree of Science. Esmeralda Sareo Rosas de Mendes, Associate degree of Arts. Jessica Elena Foster, Associate degree of Arts, cum laude. Heather Stephanie Darash, Associate degree of Arts. My number one. Andrew Palzer, Certificate in Manual Machining. Jeremy Brent Rungley, Certificate in CAD/CAM. Daniel Ramos Jr., Associate degree of General Studies. Rhonda Ann Sturkle, Associate degree of Arts, cum laude. Corey Winka, Associate degree of Arts. You got this. Christy Nicole Skaggs, Associate of Applied Science and Accounting, magna cum laude. James J. Abeta, Associate degree of General Studies. Rosa Carla Ulrich, Associate degree of Arts with Psychology Designation. Benjamin Elliott Johnston, Certificate in Networking Basics. Eric Bernard Ruiz, Certificate in International Business. Justin Walter Sengenberger, Associate Degree of Arts with Communication designation. Elizabeth Crespo Gonzalez, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Accounting, cum laude. Rocio del Pilar Lozano Camayo, Associate Degree of Arts with Economics designation, magna cum laude. Nicole Francine Carey, Associate of Arts. Miranda Para Fortier, Certificate of Foundations in Early Childhood Education. Kelly Ann Kalber, Certificate in Emergency Medical Technician. Mario Stephen Navarro, Certificate in Network Infrastructure. Andrew Michael Stump, Associate Degree of Arts with History designation, magna cum laude. Benjamin Michael Gillette, Certificate in Computer Technician, Network Plus. Priscilla Dodds, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Web Design, magna cum laude. Sean William McAllister, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Programming. Jennifer Michelle Martinez, Associate Degree of General Studies, cum laude. Jasmine Sturkle, Associate Degree of Arts. Blake Austin Miller, Associate Degree of Arts with Philosophy designation. Walter Gisado Aguila, Associate Degree of General Studies, magna cum laude. Shambhu Karki, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Computer Wide Area Networks. Roxy Wentz, Associate Degree of Applied Science in Business. Justin Tyler Weber, Certificate in Oxyacetylene Welding. Tyrell Brandon Pullman, Certificate in Precision Machining Technology. Amy Guareca, Associate Degree of Arts. Josie Martinez, Associate of Arts.
You're awesome.
So are you. William Christopher Mitchell, Associate Degree of Arts with Psychology designation. Congratulations, class.
Graduates, can I have you stand up again? As a symbol of completing your academic requirements at Front Range Community College, you may now move your tassel from the right side to the left. You may be seated.
I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the role that family and friends have played in supporting our graduates in achieving their goals. Graduates, if you would please stand and face your family and friends. Thank you. I would also like to thank Heidi Ringer, principal of Skyline High School, and the staff of Vance Brown Auditorium for hosting our ceremony this evening. As well as our wonderful commencement musicians. The group is called Pocket Change with Paul Meese, who also moonlights as our Executive Director of Human Resources at Front Range. Dion Duran, Ryan Meese, and Kenneth Monks, who also moonlights as a faculty at Front Range Community College. And last but not least, I would like to recognize Longmont florists for the beautiful flowers. At this time, I would ask you to be seated and remain seated until our recessional is completed. That's a fancy word for we leave the auditorium. We do, then you. Following the recessional, we invite all of you to join us for a reception in the common area outside the auditorium that will be hosted by the Boulder County Campus.